Welcome. My name's Brian Knight, and I live near Melbourne in Australia, and it's just after 5 o'clock in the morning on a Friday for me. Let me just share this screen. Welcome, Tom and Derek. Let me just share here. Okay. So welcome to this live Forex analysis session. Please note that any trades discussed in this group are to be classed purely as educational only. And the reason for that is we're a group of people helping each other, and we're not financial advisors. So there is a full risk disclosure and a little bit about us as live session traders there as well. Rightio. Trading platform. Here we go. I haven't put any additional trades on. Still in 8 trades. This AUD NZD is still going in the wrong direction. It's okay. Your AUD sort of has jumped down, everything else sort of pulled back up a bit too. So, look, equity's still okay, not too concerned. The orders are still, crazy amount away from entry, either need to be reevaluated or killed off. So let's go across now onto the charts. Yeah, Tom, so you put in a bit about the Feds September. So
That's the going rumor.
yeah, they're holding out, aren't they? So there is. I was listening last night. There's a little bit of news about, because it's here. It's company reporting time. Profits and unexpected, less than what they had said were profits and all that sort of stuff. But the big news is that there are a lot of companies that are actually cutting large amounts of their businesses, staff-wise. So, there's some of them are cutting more than like 10% of their actual workforce, which is going to affect the unemployment rate. And that's one of the things that the RBA here looks at is, if unemployment goes up, then the hardship in the economy is going to be even more painful, and so that they could potentially lower interest rates, but still, they have to create that hardship. So anyway, and I don't know if that similar thing is happening in US or in the UK, if there's a lot of job losses.
No, don't think there are here. No, I think unemployment's historically quite low here. So
Okay. Well, it's starting to crank up a bit here. Like, people have less money, so then companies aren't making as much profit. So the way they deal with it is cutting staff. So anyway.
I think the last economic growth figures, it was slightly better than, well, the revised figures were better than the original. So seem to be on the up here at the minute. So
yeah, well, the manipulation of numbers is always.
yeah.
If we don't like the numbers, then we'll just change the way we look at them.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's all independently done. Independent.
Oh, yeah, of course it is. Yeah, yeah. But we'll tell them what they're going to independently look at. Okay, so AUD CAD is starting to pull back a bit. It's nearly back to entry on my entry. We'll just see. I mean, yeah, interesting. It didn't break the high up here. But look, the interest rate is not likely to come down here in Australia. So whatever this is going to be, I think will be relatively short-lived.
I'm up 12 pips on this one.
For a sell.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I'm on for a longer term still to buy. We'll see. Okay, AUD CHF, not in the trade. It is pulling back. That's okay. We now have a short from the last 24 hour of trading.
Yeah, I'm winning on this one too.
Yeah, you would be on a sell on it. I mean, you look at the Swiss franc has got a bit stronger as well against the Aussie. Anyway, it seems to be like the end of the week, the pullback. Well, for me, it's end of the week anyway. We've sort of got just over 24 hours before the market closes. So, and maybe these are the pullbacks that need to happen before they extend further. All right. AUD JPY. Just it is interesting, isn't it? You've got something like AUD CAD and CHF, which are like the CAD's a really weak currency. The Japanese yen is not that weak, but you've got it going sideways or gaining a bit in the JPY. It's just, I don't know. There's a real lot of mixed stuff going on at the moment. It's difficult to sort of pick stuff, and maybe that's just the way it is. We're coming towards the end of the month.
I mean, you look at AUD/JPY when it made that long sort of long climb.
Yeah,
Yeah, lots of small candles there. It was quite slow moving. The drop off was quite dramatic, but
it was very dramatic.
yeah.
Yeah.
So this could be a long sort of it could be for a long slow climb again.
Yeah, well, you're in it still from down here somewhere
Yeah.
with a stop loss down there. So it's not too much of a concern at this point. I'm just waiting, it has to break up there. You have to have a buy stop on it for it to actually keep going. So at the moment, still monitoring, can have that sort of buy stop in place. AUD/NZD. Look at the pullback. Oh, it's coming close to my stop loss anyway, or relatively.
I'm up 30 on this one.
Yeah, on that
Yeah.
sell.
I wasn't expecting this to drop off as sharp as this, to be honest.
No, neither was I, but that's okay. That's the way these currency pairs do them.
I think it's still going to be an uptrend longer term. I think that will continue.
It's quite a significant candle this last 24 hours, or a few of them anyway. Look at a couple of days there. Really, it's been in a downtrend since, wherever this was, Monday or something, or Friday. The end of the trading week sort of had that turn. It kicked me in and it decided to go the other way. That's just the way this works. So yeah, Tom, it's good. You get into some of these to pick up. So it just shows that different time frames will give you a very different perspective on the way the market is moving anyway. It's good. AUD Singapore, I'm still up on this. It just says pull back a little bit in the day. But this is a little bit like this JPY and the Singapore. It really hasn't pulled down as much as some of the other currencies have. But still, that was my entry. It's still in positive. It's just going sideways at the end of the week. And I think what I said yesterday is that I'm relatively sure that they're really just waiting for an outcome of the US dollar. A lot of the currencies are just sort of, flopping around all over the joint. From a daily perspective, I mean, on the 4 hour might be a lot. Well, it is a lot different. AUD USD, So we've had a pullback, even though the US dollar is in the tank down. Like, to get that pullback, the market's done that.
I just got in this one.
For the sell,
Yep.
yeah, it would have kicked you in wherever down at this point. That's good, Tom. Anyway, I'm still up on this one at the moment. We'll just see how far my stop loss is there. I think I've got a trailing stop, so it depends on where that's sitting now. Because of the push up, the trailing stop would have come up with it. And so it just depends on how far this comes back. Rightio. CADS CHF.
I just got in this one for the sale.
For the sell, yeah, would be too. Yeah. Interesting, isn't it? Okay, well, CADS CHF, I need to get organized when market changes over. But it's still though, Tom, these are not significant candles. Like for a whole day, it pushed up, down. It really isn't going anywhere. It's like there's a lot of dormancy going on. It's everything's pretty relaxed.
Well, that's because it's mud wrestling on the 4-hour time frame with candles across from it. It's a mess. So it's just going through, picking the bones clean before it drops.
Correct. Yeah.
See that green wick right there?
This one.
Yeah, that's the one that's going to have to beat. But look at all those little candles right there inside of that.
Yeah.
No, where that green wick is.
Oh, you mean
See
inside
the white
there?
Yeah, right in there. So this
Yeah.
is going to fight it for a while. This may actually pull back just a little before it drops further.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
It may give us a long, but it's going to be like really small and short, and then it's going to drop off again. Well, I think so anyway. That's why I got in it.
For the sell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. KJPY, again, sideways stuff. There is no movement up. It's, we've had such a drop. My sense is that we still will buy back up here somewhere, right? It just is playing around with us before it does start to move. It could pull down a bit more. It just where it's at. And got in it, got knocked out. Now it's got a short on this bit. We've got to wait for another long. It's still outside the channel. And it's given us green, 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 but nothing. And then we've got a short on the outside of it. It's like weird. Quite unusual. Anyway. So you're still in this one, Darren, I would say.
Yeah.
Down here somewhere. And yeah. CHF Now it's made a push up.
All right, I'm getting into this one.
Yeah, you are now.
Yeah, I am now. Yeah. I'm gonna get into this one.
And what? Stop loss at the bottom of this or at the bottom there?
At the bottom there. Yeah.
Down in here. Okay.
Yeah.
I think it may be the start of the JPYs. We'll see how we go anyway of the movement. Okay, Euro AUD. Look at the pushback up again. It's like still this imbalance back down here. And, it hasn't taken it. Anyway, still in the sell. It's still red on the trend bar. It may do green before it goes back. We've got 3 days of buying. Got me into the trade there, into positive, and then back into slight negative. Anyway, stop is up here.
That's where my take profit is.
Up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'm in this for the buy.
Okay. Rightio. Euro CAD. The Euro's are interesting where you'll see when the rail comes up. It's well outside the rail here and has pushed further up. Come out of the rail, went into a short, and then straight away we're back into the long. We've got a number of triangles here though. So we'll see what Euro news. Manufacturing's done. Business climate, that's right. And confidence. Okay.
I just got in this for the sell.
For the sell.
Yep.
Okay. What's it looking like on the 4 hour to do that? Okay. You just got a short. Okay. Fair enough.
Well, it was the change of the color on the candle on the daily time frame as well.
Yeah, this one to the sell out. Okay.
So even if I get 4 candles, that's 4 days. That'll take me through to next Tuesday.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, all right. Right. So the Euros are just, acting a bit weird at the moment. Here we go, Euro CHF. Now that's dropping off. Yeah. That's definitely selling out now. Right, these are ones to organize. Now, because it's the last day of trading, last day of the week, the last 24 hours of the week, I probably won't take any of these trades until I'll wait. I mean, if they go down further, so what? But I'll probably wait until 12, 24 hours after the market opens to get in. We'll see. Don't know. Anyway, that's my thoughts. Euro GBP. Well, the Euro's starting to sell out on that, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm
But
up
you look
20 on
at
this one.
how quickly that went up. It's sort of, it's working its way back down again. We are around the danger zone, though. The middle of the channel where it could dance or push back up or whatever. All right, EUJPY. Again, that's still pushing up. It just hasn't broken that high, though. Need to have an order for that. I haven't got one on yet, but just to set one up. Euro NZD. Oh, God, look at this. Looks like it's pushing back up, doesn't it? It has, though, gone lower. I mean, it's creating a flag down. And there's this imbalance back down here. It's just whether the euro against the New Zealand dollar will continue down. I just don't like the look of it for, it will move one way or the other at this point, but we'll probably miss that. Euro Singapore. I'm still positive on this one. Still pushing up. That was my entry there. Trailing stop. So that's obviously pull up a bit, whatever it is that it's extended. I'm pretty sure this Euro USD is going. Okay, so we've got a pullback on that as well now.
I just got into this one too.
I'm going to say you would have got into a sell on that too, Tom. That was I was about to say.
Yep.
But it hasn't given enough for me to get into it yet. Right. I'm not in. Oh, I'm actually in GBP still, am I? Yeah, I'm still positive on that one. Okay, so GA. Oh, look at
I'm in this
that.
to the buy.
Yeah, I know. It's weird though, isn't it?
What?
Oh, good. Like from a 4 hour perspective, that's great. I'm just, yeah. There's still stuff down here. It needs to come down to get, and it's doing this push up. So obviously British pounds. What's this one? Oh no, that's the. Oh, when's that due? 28th next week. Monthly CPI. Well, that's going to be interesting.
Coming out of Tuesday.
Yeah, correct.
Yep.
Correct, Tom. We'll be here. So GA, it's like the Aussie dollar has just dropped off. Or maybe they're just waiting for next Tuesday. I still think this will sell out, but like it's obviously the pound is stronger. See, I've had a sell line here for it to sell, but it's come up to where, it hasn't kicked me in, and it's basically gone up to where the stop was. Actually, it is. I do have an order in place for it, and it is, 262 pips away from entry. Yeah, for a sell. Anyway, GCAD. Look at that pushing up too. It's going to break the high up here, I think, and then organize itself to come back down. It never gave us a green arrow there, Darren.
Oh,
Just off it went and gave a long, and then changed the trend bar and went off. Okay, GBP CHF. That was from a buy down here. So it's pulled back and now it's buying back a little bit. We'll see what happens with it. As I said, I'm still positive on it. Not lots, but enough. GBP JPY. Again, I'll need to put a buy stop on this. I think that it looks like, I don't know, actually, Darren, but there's indication that a lot of these JPYs are going to start to go in the direction that we had put them on. They've just been playing around for a week or so. And GN. Have you got into a buy on this one, Tom?
No, not yet.
No, hasn't triggered you in. I just
It
still
hasn't
looking for
triggered me in right.
Still looking for the sell.
I'm still in the sell on this. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you're just holding on to them because anyway. You haven't moved. Did you move your stop down to here, Darren? Or
Yeah.
you did? Okay, good. All right. We'll see what happens. GBP Singapore. That's crazy.
Quite nicely.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm in it for the buy, this one.
Yeah. NGU. But these are two that I didn't put on, which I really would have been a good idea. Anyway, they're just lost opportunities. We're getting too far now out of the range for potentially a sell. He's done his speech. Real good. Okay. So the GBPs are still quite strong in their movement, but we'll see. GJ might be the bigger
No,
move.
that's tomorrow at 7 a.m.
What is?
The Fed.
When he's having a chat.
Yeah. Fed Chair Powell's speech.
Yeah, but you've already got FOMC. You posted the Instagram. We know what he's going to talk about.
Oh, right. Oh, I see what you're saying.
What I'm saying, he's going to say, "Oh, well, we'll probably have a cut," which the orange Jesus won't like.
That's all right.
That's okay. Anyway, and I don't know whether that will. Yeah. Or it depends. We'll see. It might move the currency around a bit, but it's certainly if it's going to lower, it's just preempting. NZD CAD. Yeah, I'm still in this one, but it has pulled back to my entry.
Yeah, I just got in this for the short.
Did you for the sell on it?
Yep.
Okay. You know, I think it's still going to move further, but that's okay. This pullback thing, opportunities, that's good. NZD CHF, that's pulled back. Okay.
Got into
NZD
this for the short.
Yeah, and NZD JPY though, I'm looking at that still to buy. So here's another. We'll go for another JPY. There's a couple more to look at too. They all look like they're starting to. All the currencies seem to be strengthening up against the Japanese yen. So, and after such a drop on all of that, I still see it. Again, it's just sort of flopping around in that sort of zone at the moment. NZD USD, it's pulling back as well. Not in that, but that's okay. And Singapore Japanese yen, yeah, see, it's starting to a couple of days indecision, pulling back up. I was in that, but got knocked out. So UCAD. Oh, okay. So we've got a one candle back. It's sort of broken the low. Yeah, down here. Now I think we've got situation for it to buy. So where are we with it? Hang on, let me just have a look. So we'll need to move some of these. So stop down here. Oh, weird. An entry. We'll see. Well, you got that wick there, don't you? Over here. Right. That's okay. Anyway, I'll just follow that one a bit. So we'll look at that for potentially a buyback, but it may push down further. So USD CHF. Look at the US dollar. We've got that sell, 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 and it's now changed. It's not looking like well, it could break the low, but it's well outside the channel again too. Okay, UJ, again, couple of pull-ups. That's good. We'll change that to the stop. And it'll have to break that to buy. So put a buy stop in with how much is that? Oh, 300. Gosh. Okay. Could move that pretty easy. USD Singapore, that's starting to pull back up again now, but it could. It's been in quite a significant downtrend there. Yeah, it's broken that low over here. It's now look like it's in a sell. Probably this may be short-lived and a buy on it if we do. Want to be in that longer term sell. And maybe waiting for the news on that as well. Interest rate stuff. So gold has pulled back a little bit. That's because the US has strengthened up. Okay. Oh, Bitcoin's jumped up and back down. So it's sort of all going sideways as well. Where's your oil? Oh, pull back up a little bit, but it got you out. And did that stop you out?
Yeah.
It did. And now pulling back up, of course.
Yeah.
Rat. It just never made the other side of the rail, did it?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
No, well, we'll just see what happens now. Might be just a one day and then keep going down a bit. We'll just see. You can't really do much with it. You'd be looking at potentially to buy if it got a long. We'll see. Oh, how's silver going?
Bit of a pullback today, but it's still in profit at the moment.
Yeah, okay. Lovely. All right. Well, that's our lot for this week. Now, so Tom, you've got ones to monitor to get out of or whatever.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 trades right now.
Yeah. And you got one set up to still kick in as well.
Yeah, but I'm not setting those till 2 o'clock.
Which is after Sydney Open.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's fair enough too. Yeah. Okay. Well, we can get through them pretty easy at the moment now. But I do think that the market is in a fairly sort of wavy low time frame movement at the moment. We're not getting that sort of longer pattern move.
We do tend to get that in September, if I'm right, sort of traditionally.
I agree with you, Darren. I agree with you.
Obviously, sort of summer holiday period. Well, in the northern hemisphere anyway, summer holiday period's out of the way. Then,
yeah,
you tend to get a bit of action sort of September.
Yeah, well, it's also too, there will be, again, I think there's this news of the interest rate in US is sort of just keeping the market jostling around and not really doing any sort of more longer term type movement. So, and maybe after Jerome Powell has a chat, Tom, then maybe that is maybe the impetus to get things moving along a little bit. But it may then wait until was there any indication? I didn't see in that little Instagram, when are they proposing to meet in September? Is it the start, the middle, or the end? Well, no one knows.
Actually, I don't know that.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, all right. Okay. Well, we gotta
be able to Google that, right?
Probably. But we've got that the CPI indicator, previously 3.8. We'll just see how that turns out for us. Things are like here in AUD, but it's all that sort of news that pushes things around. But anyway. Yeah. Okay. Is there any other discussion that you'd like to go through?
No, I'm just having an amazing week. Is all. I'm actually just thrilled, man. I'm up like 8% already.
Yeah, which is different to me. I'm sort of stagnant or gone back slightly on the way that I've been trading, which is interesting, isn't it? And Darren's still in trades that I've got knocked out of, which I want to get back into. So it's just the different ways of trading. Like, so what you're doing, Tom, on that 4 hour has been a profitable week. That's great. For me, it's sort of like stagnant or gone back slightly, and Darren's still in trades. He's ahead, but some of them have sucked back a bit. It's just a bit of a non-event week. So just trading on different time frames. the amount of time
I've
you've
had a
got.
few profits out this week.
Oh yeah, that's right. NZD.
The NZDs, yeah, and AUD USD as well. That
Mm.
hit
Well,
hit target. So
that's good. Oh, and how is the other the bots going, Darren?
well,
AUDCHF and that?
yeah, they're going all right. The gold one's still struggling, but the others are doing all right. So
Yeah.
I'll give you some figures maybe a bit later in the year, just
Yeah, fair enough.
see where they are.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, you don't have to do too much, and they're just other than buy into it and then let them do their thing.
Yeah.
All right then. Well, if there's nothing else and no other politics that we need to cover, I think by all accounts the Orange Jesus is struggling a little bit.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
The true believers will still follow blindly. You know, the
Yep, of
cult.
course they will.
What are the opinion polls sort of saying at the moment then, Tom?
The opinion polls?
The latest sort of polls, opinion polls.
Here's the thing. She's leading in almost every state now.
All right.
I think there's a couple where she's behind like 5 points, but that's nothing in the 4 weeks she's been in running. So we went from Biden where he was losing. He was losing.
Yeah.
To now she's ahead in most states. And after the convention, typically she'll get a bump in points because every candidate does after the convention.
Yeah.
So wherever she's at now, so in some states she's 5 points up. So if she gets another bump of 2 or 3, boy, she hits almost close to 10 points ahead. That's going to be hard to overcome for him.
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's such a circus, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
You think if he does lose it, he'll finally call it a day? You know, trying to be president again, or do you think he'll be back again in another 4 years?
Yeah. Well, that was the comment made was in 4 years, if he loses this time and he's not in jail in 4 years, will he run for president again? And everybody's like, yeah, he will run, but he just won't have the teeth to do it like he does now. This is like his last shot. This is it.
And he's 4 years older, he'll be rambling even more.
Yeah.
Right.
And be even more orange as well. He's going to get oranger.
Yeah, exactly. He's gonna look like an Oompa Loompa.
Yeah.
Well, the whole bit that Biden was too old is just coming back to bite him in the bum, isn't it? It's like he's the old guy in the race now.
Well, that and he does stupid shit like make fun of veterans and
Yeah.
tell them they're not good enough because they didn't give them money. And now they're making fun of Tim Waltz's kid who has autism, and he got excited seeing his dad up on the stage, and he started crying with outbursts of happiness and everything else. He's got problems, he's got issues, and now they're just like, oh, look at this weirdo, and everybody that knows somebody with autism and or disabled is like, fuck you guys, man, that is just not cool.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They just I have this old saying: don't ever worry about a Democrat; they'll shoot themselves in the foot in the end. But I got to tell you, man, we are two-stepping like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. But
So
it
who
is,
knows?
there's a whole lot of negativity and then there's a whole lot of positivity. It's just
Yeah, and the
this
positivity
stark,
just seems to be outshadowing the
Yeah.
negative by a mile.
yeah. I think that's the process. I still say this. I think that this was this had been orchestrated over the last 4 years that Biden would step there. Like they're saying, oh, it's up to. I'm sure that this has been part of the plan and just orchestrated back into it. So anyway,
I hope you're right, because if it is, this is the greatest move in political history I've ever seen.
yeah, it's chess move, absolutely.
Because man, they're just taking him to the rails
It's,
in a
and he
matter
needs,
of weeks.
and he needs to. It's like anyway. And some things like it's like how's the Ukraine going? Like good on him. I tell you, we'll see what happens. But
Yeah, now they're moving in. In fact, I saw one that said there was bombs and stuff dropped in Kiev and other places.
yeah,
I think they're going to use that as a bit of a bargaining chip, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
So they're in a better position to negotiate.
he's Pope will not
This.
negotiate. He's a crazy guy too. He's just like
Yeah, but they've got something to give back now, haven't they? You hand our territory back, we'll give you.
but he won't. As I
back.
said, Putin won't care. He's just doing the long game. He'll just like, well, yeah, you can have that for the moment. It doesn't matter. Like the Russian, he'll just shut it all down. Like if Russian people go like, oh, we've been displaced, he'll go like, oh yeah, no, we've been invaded. It's like really,
Right.
Yeah.
It's all about the story that he wants to tell. He's got control of the whole thing. So
Well, the thing is that they just had which I didn't know, Greece of all places actually sent over like 40 tanks, and that's what they're moving into Russia with are these new Greek tanks that they had made.
yeah,
And apparently these are just wicked tanks. Even the U.S. is like, well, wait a tick, where'd these come from? So, I mean, I'm sure the U.S. knows, they know everything because they're insane, but
yeah.
still, I think it's taking even the U.S. by surprise of how well these tanks are working against a formidable enemy.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, there was reports here because what Australia has supplied are what are called bushmasters. They are an infantry, like they're a vehicle. It's not a tank, but it's a military vehicle that get made here actually, and they've I don't know, made a whole heap and sent them over there, and apparently using them as well to get through into Russia as well.
Yep.
So I didn't know
Well,
about the
Australia is now in the most famous history books of all because you guys got ray gun.
tanks. We sure do.
I love ray gun.
Yeah, the celebrity.
Yep,
So,
she is awesome. Everybody else looks silly. She was amazing.
yeah. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Good evening, Alistair. Were you up in Scotland or where are you?
Sorry, I'm up in Scotland, son. I'm not just a bit late. I'm very missed it all late.
That's okay. We've gone through the numbers. We're just talking about you, Alistair, and where you fit into the world. So
Well,
it's good. And it's not far. It's the 8th of September is Return to Paradise, just so you know.
Oh, good. I thought about a friend. I must give him a call, but I sort of leave it after tomorrow because I've got an MRI tomorrow morning. But I'll phone him after. So if you think it happens, and 3 o'clock this afternoon, he gives me a call.
Oh, wow.
Mental.
Yeah. Well, that's how it works on Facebook now. You just have to think about something and then all the ads pop up. So, but yeah. Okay then, Tom, we've got Reagan. You're onto it, are you? Oh, unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Gee, I didn't think you'd be
The who?
Reagan.
Only the greatest breakdancer ever.
Breakdancing.
The Australian breakdancer at the
I see.
Olympics. Yeah.
I can't believe that's an Olympic sport now, breakdancing.
It's not now. It's been It's not. It's not in the New York. Apparently, I don't know. It's been chopped out now. I think.
It's been dropped out. Yeah.
But no, ray guns on. But yeah, no, we'll see. I'll try and because I tried to follow across the Ukraine thing. I'm quite interested in. Look, I don't know why NATO hasn't really gone in and like it's all just like gingerly, everybody's walking on eggshells with it. They're helping bits, but then they're not. Then
It's called
I
it's called nuclear weapons, I think.
nah,
Mm-hmm.
nah, I don't know.
I think they'd rather gently push them out rather than get in an all-out battle.
But that's you. Well, okay. I don't think that's going to happen. I can't see this a gentle push out happening. It just
Well, there's nothing gentle about it. There's
not with a crazy person like
thousands
Putin.
being killed, and it's not nothing gentle. It's just
Correct.
a grind, a slow grind.
Yeah.
They're just
Well,
like
that's kind of what I mean, though. It's kind of like a slowly, grind back at them, get out, rather than just two armies standing facing each other, just going at it.
Mm. But isn't it a bit like either walking or running in the rain?
Yep, you're still going to get wet no matter what.
Correct, you're going to get wet. That's right. But is it better to actually run and then get out of it than just walk slowly and get completely soaked? I mean, I don't know. I'm just using that as an analogy, but it's like I don't
I'm
know.
going to
I
say
just
there's probably better analogies available than running in the rain of war.
well, maybe, but I'm just trying to
I know what you're saying,
lighten a
and that's
bit.
right.
But like NATO as a group, if they just went like smack, that's it, finish this off. I think there'll be less carnage and less losses. There certainly will be, but it'll like put them back in their box, and then the one thing I saw. What's it, Vladimir talk about is that when they've moved into Russia, he's saying we're just showing the fact that there isn't any substance to Russia as such. The mystique of like how strong and powerful they are is actually now being, we've seen, open beyond the curtain. There's not a lot there.
Yeah.
Right.
Like that's what I think that's one of the things that Ukraine's trying to show is like, yeah, they're putting everything into one area, but they got nothing else. There's nothing else anywhere else to support them. I mean, within Russia, they are vulnerable, and if you knock them on the head, then they will go away. It's like anyway.
Okay, but follow me on this. What if the United States and the other allies are saying, don't just bunk them on the head and send them back? What if they're saying, let's just deplete their supplies? They can't keep retaking the same ground and using new ammunition if they're not making headway. They're just beating up the same ground. Now they're going to have to defend against it. Why not just use up as much ammunition and armament and everything else that you possibly can in a slow, steady push? And then when you get to the point where you're like, okay, dude, you're down to this much ammunition and tanks and warheads and everything else, you need to stop. And they'll find a solution. But if you just go in full balls to the walls with tanks and planes and everything else, then you're entering into a no win, no gateway out scenario for Putin.
It's sort of like a 4-hour, perspective compared to a daily perspective, maybe. Look, I hear what you're saying, but wouldn't Russia then just get their machine, like, the country will just make more stuff in the background?
Yeah, that's why Ukraine's hitting the steel plants and power plants and everything else. They're cutting off their ability to build.
Yeah.
I think Putin started this escapade but he definitely didn't put a stop loss in.
No, there is no stop loss, Alistair. You're absolutely right. That's what I think. That's what I'm trying to say in it. It will
He
be
absolutely miscalculated.
well,
Yeah,
and if you
100%. Yeah, he
and
thought
I
he'd
think
be
if Orange
done in a
Jesus
day.
doesn't get in, then that's going to be a I don't know. How do the Democrats see it, Tom? You know, they don't want to. They're positive. They sort of don't want to do too much either, do they? Other than just support in the background.
Right.
Okay.
Why why would we go in and try and manhandle Russia
Yeah.
when we could just wait them out? It's like
Yeah, yeah.
you know, how do you beat that starving dog that wants to chew on you? Just throw him a bone every now and then. He'll give
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. And also, too, I suppose, in a way, US could just still, back in US, make all these armaments and then just ship them over and make money
Yeah,
out of it.
exactly. And not
Yeah.
only that, but Putin only has to deal with Ukraine and the allies, you know, that are feeding his supply.
Hmm.
But now that they've moved into Kiev and other places, now he's going to have to start dealing with his civilians.
No, they're not in Kiev. Kiev is the capital of Ukraine. They've moved into Kursk.
Kursk, that's what I meant. Yes, thank you.
Kursk or whatever. Yeah.
Yes. So now they're going to have to deal with, Putin's going to have to deal with his own population. That's what he's going to fear, is an uprising.
Yeah. I don't think
People are
that
going to
guy
get tired of
forgets.
dying.
Yeah, well, they've been sending soldiers. I mean, mothers have been sending their sons and to fight and losing them too. So I'm pretty sure at some point that's going to wear thin as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in awe of what Ukraine has been able to do. It's for a small country, and there's a lot of guts behind it, I tell you. Anyway,
Yep.
right. All right then. I think that's about us for this week. I'll hopefully be back before the market opens on your Sunday, my Monday morning. All right then. Have a great weekend, everyone,
And you?
and take it easy. All right, we'll see how it all finishes up
Cheers.
for the week.
I'll have a quick catch up in a minute on what's going
No
on.
worries.
Cheers, everyone.
I hope
Take
your
care,
mum's
everyone.
See ya.
okay too, Alistair. All right then.
Thanks,
Ciao.
Dan.
Bye bye.